Update 2. I knew it'd get messy, but not this messy. If you'd told me a week ago Dad would be threatening to burn the house down over some letters and a bank statement, I'd have laughed it off. But here we are, and it's almost funny how fast they went from ignoring me to acting like I'm holding all the cards, which, to be honest, I am. They've spent years treating me like I'm just a ghost with a credit card. So, a quick update for the people messaging me and the few who actually get why I'm so mad. After I canceled the mortgage payments, things went wild. Not immediately, but quick. At first, it was just Lena texting, saying Mom wasn't eating and Dad wouldn't come out except to yell. Then Barry called, and instead of his usual nonsense, he was actually mad. Not just trolling, legit furious, said I'd put the whole family in a bind, and if the bank came knocking, it was my fault. I told him I'm not their cash machine. He hung up. The group chat turned into a war zone. Dad sending all caps rants, threatening to sell my old stuff in the attic. Lena said she'd block me if I didn't help, like that's some big threat. Mom sent a long message about how she trusted me to be responsible, how I should think about the family, not my pride. I let it all sit. I wasn't rushing to respond. I wanted them to stew. Then I started getting calls from random people, old neighbors, some guy who used to fix our fence, even Ava's boyfriend. They're all like, "What's going on? Your dad's losing his mind." I said nothing. Let them deal with him for once. Ava texted quietly, saying she's sorry for dragging me into it, but she's exhausted too. Said Lena slapped her when she tried to stop Mom from pounding on the garage door. Then Lena stormed out, slammed the front door so hard it rattled the windows. Here's the thing. Dad's not stupid. He knows how to push buttons. He's not freaking out over the money. He's freaking out because I took away his control. For years, he could ignore me, trash talk me, and still get what he wanted. Now, he's the one who has to call the bank, talk to the lawyer, explain why the bills are late. I'm not stepping in to fix it. Not anymore. Lena kept texting, saying if I didn't apologize and fix this, she'd tell the extended family I'm trying to kick Mom out. I told her to check the deed. I know what's on it. Dad put my name on the house when he refinanced a couple years ago, before he decided I was the enemy. He thought it'd tie me down and make me feel obligated. Now it just means he can't do anything big without my signature. I didn't say it outright, just hinted. She stopped texting for a bit. A couple hours later, a lawyer's office called. Not Dad's lawyer, just some local guy. They asked if I knew about the mortgage situation. I said, yeah. I'm not paying anymore. It's their problem. The guy tried to sound official, but he's got no power here. I told him if they want to sell, fine. Let's do it properly. He said he'd call back. I spent the next day ignoring the group chat. Went for a walk, bought some groceries, sat outside scrolling random stuff. Saw a post from Lena's private Instagram about people who only care about money and how family means nothing to some. I blocked her. I'm not dealing with her drama on top of this. Barry tried one last time to get me to back down, acting all calm, saying Dad's old school and doesn't get how things work now. Said if I just came by and talked, we could all cool off. I said no, not unless they're ready to act like adults. He hung up. Ava texted, saying Dad's now threatening to call the cops if I step on the property. I laughed. He's the one who wanted me gone, and now he's scared I'll show up. I told her to stay out of it. She doesn't need this. She said she's crashing with a friend for a few days, can't handle the yelling. By morning, I checked the group chat again. Dad sent a blurry selfie from the garage holding the box, ranting about betrayal in all caps. Mom said she's calling her sister for help. Lena went quiet. Barry said if I don't step up, he'll go public. Whatever that means. A Facebook post? Good luck, man. Here's the deal. I'm not done. The mortgage payments were just the start. I've got paperwork ready to force Dad's hand. Either refinance the house in his name alone, his credit's garbage, so good luck, or sell it. If he pulls any more stunts, I can get my own lawyer. I already talked to one last week, just in case. I don't need to do anything shady. Just play by the rules and make their lives as inconvenient as they've made mine. This isn't about the money. It's about making them feel what it's like to have no control, to have someone else call the shots. I'm not their mediator, their bank, or their punching bag anymore. If Dad wants to keep yelling in the garage, let him. Let the whole town hear. I'm not hiding and I'm not backing down. My next move's coming, and I've got a week to make them feel it. Stay tuned. Final update. It's been a week since that chaotic birthday, and I figured things would calm down. Like maybe they'd send a few nasty messages, then go quiet. Nope. If anything, it got crazier. Guess that's what happens when the family's problem child finally says, enough. Things got weird fast. Barry parked his truck outside my motel and just sat there for like 30 minutes, scrolling his phone and staring at the door. Lena started spamming me with voice notes, not texts. She sounded drained, not angry, desperate. One said, You can't do this to Mom. She's not sleeping. Dad's not paying the bills. You're making it worse. I didn't reply. They never cared when I was losing sleep over their nonsense. The group chat was a mess. Dad's all caps rants about betrayal, saying I was never part of the family anyway, then flipping to how I'll regret this. Ava's just lurking, quietly on my side, but not saying much. She sent me a meme about cutting ties, and I liked it. I gave them a week to see if anyone would act like an adult. Nope, just more threats and guilt. So, on day 7, I set up a call with the bank and a lawyer, sent an email to the family group with all the paperwork. Mortgage statements, deed copies, everything Dad tried to bury. I wrote, if you want to sell, I'll sign. I'm not paying another dime. Refinance it yourself or the bank takes it. Your call. No reply for 2 hours. Then my phone exploded. Barry called first, not playing tough guy anymore, begging. Said if I did this, Dad's reputation would be trashed, Mom would break, Lena would cut me off. I said it's not my problem. He started yelling. I hung up. Then Lena showed up at the motel, banging on the door like she was going to break it. I opened it. She shoved past, ranting about me tearing the family apart. I asked if she ever thought about what it's like to be the one no one hears. She slapped me. I just stared. She stormed out, slammed the door so hard the wall shook, then texted, "Hope you're happy." I didn't reply. Ava texted from her friend's place saying Dad's been yelling at the lawyer all day, Mom's getting migraines, and Barry tried to get into the garage again. Dad pushed him. Ava's done, not going home for a while. I told her I get it. By night, I was getting calls from random people, old friends, some guy who used to live down the street. One said he heard from Barry I'm ruining the family legacy. I muted the call. Here's the real move. I listed the house for sale. No bluff, no threat, just a clean listing with a local agent. I copied the family on the email so they'd all see it. If Dad wants to keep his castle, he can buy me out. If not, it's gone. I'm not dragging this out. The fallout was insane. The group chat went silent for hours, then Lena started spamming, calling me evil, selfish, saying I'd regret it. Mom tried to call. I let it go to voicemail. Dad sent one last text. "You were never my son." I blocked him. At midnight, Ava messaged, "Where are you? They're losing it. Please call." I read it and tossed my phone on the bed. I'm not going back. I've got a new place lined up, moving tomorrow. Left the keys with the agent. If they want to talk, they can go through the bank or a lawyer. Some might say I went too far, but this isn't revenge. It's about taking back the story they've been writing about me. They wanted me gone? Fine. Now they get to live with it. For the first time, I feel like I can breathe. Not a happy ending, not a sad one. Just done.